They said Gray paved the way, changed the rain, released the pain, leaves you sane, getting paid, trend setting, brighter days, doper rap, tighter sets, high and deadly, I'm a fighter jet, journey Kane.
Let's get it popping. Y'all know what it is. It's the OG Boricua Dandara, aka Chef. I'm with my brother, the number one podcaster in the game, Mr. Muffins Martinez, the most professional podcaster in the podcast universe. My brother, before we talk some MLW, I see your finger up. Talk to me.
Well, I wanted to say, I'm the correct 1% of the time. Don't forget that correct 1% of the time. That's it. And number two, I'm still flying high from yesterday's come from behind free home homer walk-off blast of Mr. Jordan Alvarez that is still rocking Houston, and I'm pretty sure the Mariners couldn't sleep last night after watching everything on TV. And I mean, this thing is everywhere, bro. Like everywhere I turned on TV, every social media is nothing but just Houston and the improbable walk of homer. That reminded me back to 1988 when Kirk Gibson hit the walk-up homer of Dennis Eckersley on Game 1 of the World Series between Oakland and the Dodgers. And they said they haven't been a homer that big since then. Because that was a walk-up homer with the most runs ever in a walk-up situation. So they came back from 2 runs down and 1-by-1 run. So they're saying that's like took over that spot. So I'm still flying high, bro. We're still celebrating like we just won the whole thing, but it's only game 1 though, bro.
Listen, I don't care if it's game 1 of what series. When you walk off like that, you gotta be excited. Especially as an Astros fan. What a shot! Faces in the crowd look absolutely dead, like they never seen nothing like that in their life.
It was in Houston, and everybody. I mean, they even put a post on Twitter to send anybody the videos of people that were there. There were thousands of people sending their videos because they had the video on when he went up to hit, and you could see different angles from thousands and thousands of fans that were there, man. And like I said, I'm still watching the same video because I'm not even tired of watching it. It's been like a whole day repeat, bro. I'm walking cloud 9 working at work today.
Before we lose our wrestling fans, we gotta talk some wrestling. So
yes, and it's a humongous news too, man.
Oh man, big news that you see it right underneath us.
Yes.
MLW drops that they got a new streaming home, Pro Wrestling TV. Now that wasn't obviously that's huge. That is the big news. But if you read the article, or what it was, is Court Bauer wanted his product to be free for fans to watch it.
Yes.
That was the deal going with Pro Wrestling TV, is that it has to be accessibly free for his fans. Now, obviously, it's a streaming service. Money does come in per view and all that other stuff, and however that works. But he wanted his stuff out there, and supposedly we're also going to be getting. He's already got it on his phone.
Yeah, I got it on my phone. All you do is just press the app. Right, press the app. It takes you right to the actual pro wrestling, and they already have wrestling already showing up on the top. So I mean, this is huge. This is a huge win for MLW right here, bro. I mean, they went and got. Oh, this is huge. This is huge because they had the Tubi deal done. WWE, as we know, over a year ago, Uncle Vince stepped in and said, "Nah." Tubi, was part of Fox, and they said if you are going to bring any other wrestling, we're going to pull our stuff out. And they're still going to court for that right now. Still in October 12th, they're still fighting about that in court. And then this year, this Pro Wrestling TV app is available on every Apple, iOS. It's on Samsung, every Samsung item, and on Samsung TV. They already have a channel already there on Samsung TV. So if you have a Samsung TV, they have their own, cable guide with their own channel, free stuff. The channel is already there. So the channel is there on your TV already programmed in the TV itself. And we also found out that MLW returns on November 3rd. It's going to be their first show, which is going to be what we still haven't seen from June when they went to New York, Battle Riot. So now in June, we know for a fact that everything's coming back. So at least we know that when December comes, they won't have none of that best of 2 weeks nonsense off, because they'll have enough stuff to get you to the holidays. Because they'll have the stuff from New York, they'll have the stuff from Atlanta
and Philly,
and now the stuff that comes up in 2 weeks from Philly. So if you look at November 3rd, you're gonna see everything from New York the whole November, the stuff from Atlanta the whole December, and the stuff from Philly in January. So if they do take a break, like they most likely do in the holidays, that they won't travel anything, and they'll go traveling back in January, they could pick off where they left off with the new show wherever the city's gonna be at, and pick up right there for February, right where it's at right now, and you'll be able to watch it. It's all for free. You can't beat
the
that.
The thing is, they talked about having the library as well out there.
Yeah. So that's huge, because you have YouTube already as it is, so you can find stuff on YouTube, but not of stuff from 2002, 2005 stuff that is not there. And people are always requesting about that. That, like you said, that's the library that could go on this channel here. So if you want to catch up from day one, you go all the way back and do that. You have that now on the Pro Wrestling TV. You're going to have that also on the new channel that they talked about last month from what was that with the guy from that left from the CEO who left from Warner Brothers.
TBS, isn't it like Kemp or Cup or something like that?
Yes, for something, I forgot the name already, but that's another place they're going to be showing the wrestling. So now they have two streaming services that you have wrestling on a regular basis, and this will be free for the fans. They still have it on Bein Sports. So luckily I get all those stuff on my plan, so I'm good. I'll be able to watch it. But people say, "Oh, YouTube this." Once that app, they get that stuff up on November 3rd, you're good to go from there, bro. You got no excuses why you say, "Well, I can't find MLW." Like they say, "Well, I can't find Impact," or stuff like that. You can find all those stuff if you look. Is there. So now they make it easier.
I'm glad you said that, because a lot of Impact fans, you as well, you did not like the app, and a lot of Impact fans have issues with the app.
That was trash. The app was trash. They knew that shit was trash. Which is why they moved everything to YouTube for a fee. But it's for a fee. You gotta pay, $2 or something between $2 to $5 to get the weekly stuff, but you don't get the pay-per-view stuff. Like, okay, that makes no sense.
I care less about that digital championship or whatever it's called. Now there's a lot of things. I like the fact Bein Sports is still involved. I obviously like the Pro Wrestling TV because I can watch it on my TV. I got YouTube on my big TV too, but this is different. I put an app on it, click. I know when to put it on. Let's get it in. You know what I mean? So
you have Samsung TVs?
I think my big one is.
Okay. Yeah, I'll only buy a Samsung, bro. All the house here, everything in the room is Samsung. Like I can't deal with nothing else.
If not, listen, my phone is, and I got a big ass screen, so
exactly. Yeah, so they made the app for everything, so they can't say, "Oh, I don't find it in my Apple," because they have it on iOS. I checked on my nephew's phone, and they have it on the iOS app, so everything is there. So they can't say, "Oh, I can't find it," because it's there. They even have it on Chrome TV. They have it on all those small TVs, stuff, different TVs like Apple TV stuff that comes out now or the Chrome TVs, different brands that you rarely hear of unless you go and buy something suitable, less cheaper than the actual brands. It'll be there. So this is huge, bro. This is a major win for MLW to now actually get on the same border as Impact Wrestling, because Impact Wrestling has been killing it lately, and that crowd they had for Bound for Glory, that shit was crazy. I haven't heard that crowd that loud in years.
But you know what? And I saw you talking with somebody about that. Impact doesn't have a problem putting people in for pay-per-views. It's the regular tapings that they don't get nobody for.
Yeah.
You know, that's the biggest problem.
But even in the pay-per-views, it's always dead. Like, people don't make noise. This one, though, they were hungry for wrestling. It was down in Albany.
Oh, that's why.
They had over 1,000 fans, bro. They were going there. You can hear them excited. You can see the crowds and all that shit. Now, this is how they're supposed to be.
But also, it's the biggest show of the year for them.
Yeah,
they should be acting like that. If not, why are you there?
So then we'll find out tomorrow when I'll tune in and watch to see how the crowd is when it is a regular TV show and not the pay-per-view. So,
because you know me, I've been for I think 4 Bound for Glories, and for BFG, people can't get in. You know, like it's packed. But the next day, you might have a few stragglers that stayed. But then the next day, only the locals. You know what I mean? Like,
and I remember I used to send you pictures when they went to New York and they did BFG, like I want to say 2018. And you know, when they went to run a couple of times, how the pay-per-views were huge, filled up to the top, and then the following days or 2 days for the tapings, they were trying to get people in.
You know what? And I'm going to leave you with this because I want you to answer this, and then we'll get to the next topic. But now, word on the streets is Triple H wants Vincent, the former ROH Tag Team Champion. I think he was in Honor No More. He wants Vincent's former tag team partner from Ring of Honor. He wants Matt Taven. There's like somebody else, right? And you're like,
all 3 of them.
Yeah, I know about Vincent. I know a little bit about the 2. I don't really know about the 3rd one. I forgot his name. But we were talking.
Maria Canella's husband.
Mike Bennett. Well, no, Mike Bennett wasn't on the list of who he wants back.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Nah, it was Matt Taven, Vincent, and Vincent's tag team partner in ROH.
Oh, from the from the Righteous Ones. Yes.
So, and then I was like, yo, that'd be pretty dope because Vincent, I think, would fit perfect with Bray Wyatt. That's just my thing. They have a kind of a similar craziness. But I'm like, damn, if you take all those guys, and Honor No More is one of the biggest things in Impact Wrestling. I know it's an MLW show, but we're talking everything. If you take Honor No More from Impact, that's a major hit.
Well, they did already because, like you mentioned those names, like the 3 people, including Maria and Bennett, you know, with Matt Taven and Vincent, their contract expired. Mia Yim's contract expired, so she's also done with them too. So now I saw today that they were also looking at Chelsea Green again about coming back to WWE. So and probably her husband's like writer. So you know, if that happens, bro, we already know they would have never came back if Uncle Vince was still there. We know that for a fact. Uncle Vince is gone. There's a new light at the tunnel now that's taking the league and making charge. They told them money, they'll go back. We just saw the Good Brothers on Monday, and remember when they left, they put those big ass tweets. Oh, we will never, ever. And they say, we'll never say never, but we'll say never go back unless and like that dumbass, the one-headed one, Luke Gallows. No, the other one, Carl Anderson mentioned the only way I go back if I need a second pool in the house. So somebody brought that up and put it on Twitter about that, and then circulated. Well, guessing you need a second pool in the house if you return back to WWE. So people gotta be careful. Remember, make sure you know what you're treating, because it'll get thrown back in your face eventually in the future. People will dig this shit out and throw it back in your face.
I tweeted this because I seen somebody now. You know me. I don't want nobody to get hurt. I don't like no one getting hurt. But there was a female who got hurt. But for the last 2 years, she's been posting trips out of town, all this fly clothing she has and bags. She gets hurt and she's like, go fund me. And I'm like, wait a minute. If you taking all these trips out of town, you got all this money, all this dope clothes, all these nice shoes, you stunting hard, why you making a GoFundMe? Don't outlive your means. Don't do that. Save your money, invest in you, buy a home, get your shit right. All these little stupid trips to stun on people, and then all of a sudden they remember their fans. I'm gonna tell you now, 80% of wrestling fans don't know you exist. Until they get hurt, and then they're like, oh, I'm hurt. Y'all, I love y'all. I miss y'all. But then when they go to let's say WWE, they don't remember you either. When you come back, oh, I missed y'all. Now I missed you because you ain't got that buzz no more from the Mecca.
Well, let's bring it back to the MLW. 2 more weeks, brother. 2 more weeks. November 3rd, we'll get Fusion back. We'll get Battle Riot. They'll pick up where we left off. We'll try to get the excitement back. We already know what we saw in the match that was announced today, and it's your boy, the fake one.
Hold up. We'll talk that on take two.
All right. So, we'll say it for that one.
For myself, the big homie, we out of here. Deuces.